Hey friends, welcome to another episode of Lotek Talks. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. Today is Meatless Eatless Mental Mushroom Monday, or Meatful if you've been following Rogan's carnivore diet. He's shat himself silly, lost 12 pounds, eating nothing but meat. He says he got crazy explosive diarrhea. So we could do Meatful as well. Meatless, Eatless. It's just good to change up your diet because you eat the same thing over and over, you're going to have problems no matter what. It's just going to bore your gut, your buggies. Your buggies are going to get bored. You don't want your buggies bored. So, worth a try. Who knows? I also think dropping yourself from this pleasure-seeking addiction of carbohydrates, this feedback loop where you just eat sugar and just you don't realize how that mouth pleasure is feeding your happiness in your head. It's like being addicted to drugs, sugar, and it just doesn't feed your body well. If you wait 11 minutes, you get that stomach pleasure too. It's really, really awesome. So what happened this week? Well, Chiefs won the Super Bowl yesterday. Woo! I like the ads, the Super Bowl ads. And unfortunately, CBS had an opportunity to put out a really meaningful ad to hopefully get more eyes on the issue of mental health, neurological health for kids who have seizures. There was an ad by Acreage, this gigantic $2.4 billion marijuana or cannabis industry. It's trying to get it to its constituents to help people understand that this is not just for people who are wanting to get super stoned all the time. It's for kids helping seizures. It really is a magnificent product that can reduce seizures to the point of having no seizures. These kids have had seizures their whole lives, and if you've never seen a seizure or know what it is, it's where your brain is firing wildly like a frayed electrical outlet, and you lose control of your body. At the most extreme, you shake, you drool, you have secretions coming out of your mouth. Sometimes you can piss yourself. Sometimes you just go limp, or you go what they call absence or absence seizures, where you just blank out and stare, and it can be debilitating. Their lives are changed forever, and it's obnoxious to try to live day in and day out without any control of it. And cannabis has been shown to really, really work, but they didn't want to do it. It's expensive too. 30 seconds, $5 million. Wow, it's a lot of money. Then it's odd the way they pushed a lot of the alcohol commercials. A lot of Anheuser-Busch saying how American they are. It's at a Belgian and Brazilian company. It's not really American owned, but that's what America's beer is. It's odd the way medicine treats alcohol. We use the abbreviation ETOH because it stands for ethanol, and alcohol's not great for us. Anything beyond a glass of wine or one drink or so, you start to have deleterious effects. It's the only substance we widely agree that is okay to use, but it's a carcinogenic to the whole body. Every cell in the body hates it and says, "What the fuck is this? It hurts." It makes you recreate your DNA in an incomplete and incorrect way. It's a problem, but medicine, we treat it as an addiction, of course. If you take 7 to 14 drinks a week, you're considered worthy of a CWA protocol, which is the Clinical Institute for Withdrawal of Alcoholics or Alcohol, and we make sure you get your benzos or your barbs just in case, your barbiturates, because benzodiazepine works in the same way in the brain the alcohol does, but it's not as hard on the GI system. In fact, it doesn't have as many effects, doesn't dehydrate, doesn't make you lose a lot of fluid by suppressing ADH or antidiuretic hormone, and it's insane to the body to give yourself this substance. There's a great scene in Hunter S. Thompson. It's not his movie, but Johnny Depp played Hunter S. Thompson in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and they sniff ether. They put it in their hands. They put it in a bandana, American flag bandana, of course, America, and sniff it, and they lose control of their body, and you can see them walking around, and best line is, you can see yourself behaving in this awful way, but you can't do anything about it. You lose control from your brainstem to your body. It's just lack of coordination. Fascinating drug, alcohol. In fact, one of the problems of withdrawal from alcohol is the delirium tremens, which could be seizures. They could become and progress to the point of having seizure activity because the body takes this drug as a CNS, a central nervous system depressant. When you don't have it, you're aggravated in your central nervous system. And I don't know if the Super Bowl, CBS companies are afraid. Fear is definitely a trap people fall into. And spite, hell of a motivator. So it's still kind of there with prohibition of this in our society. We've got 30 states that are okay with medical marijuana. Kind of cool, but we still use that word, marijuana, and that comes from the original prohibition of it in the 30s when it means crazy tobacco. They didn't even know that was hemp when we were getting rid of it. Cannabis is a good name to use because it's a callback to canvas and the many words and many uses that hemp had. And albeit, yeah, there's mental illness problem going on, and drugs definitely don't help. Especially the strength of these wrapped joints and edibles that make people lose their goddamn mind. And the answer to that is definitely not minus or subtracting institutionalization, which has been an issue. And really, there's a lot I'd like to get into. We talk about the homeless crisis as if it's a choice between two decisions. It's what a crisis is, but it's a catastrophe. We got to work on this. We got to throw some money at it in a way that we already have prescribed, because call back to EMTALA, Emergency Medical Treatment of Active Labor Act. We're going to treat your emergency, whether or not you have ability to pay. But through different acts, we've made it okay that if you can get access to shelter and food, you can get out. And that means maybe it's McDonald's, it could be anywhere, it could be a tent, it could be some ramen, but if you got it, you're okay to leave the hospital even though you said, hey, I want to kill myself or kill somebody. You say, I thought better of it. And if you're not throwing up, you're not short of breath, there's no emergency, you get to go out. But these people with mental illness, they'll run with it. May start lengthening these podcasts about 15 minutes. We'll see. I'm going to reevaluate this over the next couple days. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. This has been a Meatless Eatless Mental Mushroom Monday with Brad Burns, your host, Lotek. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. Thank y'all for listening. Have a good day.